welcome back to Cross Stitch the Globe. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Allison.
This is a channel about cross stitch, and today we're talking about something that we don't always talk about, which is I'm gonna quit a bunch of projects, and I'm gonna walk through why and tell you what they are, so they don't just like, I'm not quite quitting them where you just never hear about them again. I don't think it will surprise people that I'm quitting them because I don't know if you remember that I was doing them, but I thought it'd be good, healthy.
Are there some that you didn't remember you were doing?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have like a very
Okay.
all right, so you had some projects. So
I was like, oh, I didn't remember I started that already.
we're filming our whip parade next, but we're doing this one first because it's shorter. And so, yeah, I knew all my whips, but every time I picked up a whip, I was like, oh, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Which reinforced my decision not to work on these because I didn't feel that when I picked these up. But there was one that got moved from the quitting to the reprieve, which I already shared. If you saw our whip parade that we're recording next, if you've already seen it, you already know which one that was. But if you're new to our channel, we have different kinds of videos on our channel. We have floss tube extras like this. We have regular floss tubes. Allison hasn't been doing floss tubes for like about the last month because you got a promotion and you're too
super big
fancy pants. But she'll be back for other things throughout the summer. So I'm very happy to have a day to film a couple videos with her. We missed you. People at StitchCon were just like, where are you? Where's Allison? I miss Allison. I was like,
is she real?
Yeah. So I was like, let me just FaceTime her. Like, people can know that you're not like just an AI bot.
I might be.
So
you wouldn't even know.
I would love to live in the Matrix compared to this, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so I have 6 projects that I'm quitting. It was going to be 7, but it's 6, and I'm not calling them UFO because one of them is not going to be UFO'd, but I'll get to that when I get to it. Okay, so the first one is the Deadly Aquarium by Lola Crow.
Are you going to reuse your fabrics? The ones for that you...
I'm not going to frog them today, but I'm going to put the fabrics back in my fabric box. Because like if I liked this fabric and I wanted to use it for something else, I would just start it here and see if I needed to even frog it. But so I started the Deadly Aquarium style last year when it came out. It's by Lola Crow. I love Lola Crow's designs. I have a Halloween small from her that I want to do. It has nothing to do with the designer. I was doing this partially because my son loves sharks and the sea and the ocean, and then he went through a phase where he didn't. Now he's back on it, but he has selected Dino's Garden by Una Buena Pieza as the piece he wants me to do for him, and you don't get both. Like, I can't do both of those.
You know he's going to change his mind next year too.
If he does, I'm not frogging it. So it's a digital pattern. I'm not getting rid of the pattern, but it does not get a project bag. It's going to live in my fabric box. And if I did something else with the fabric and then he later was like, I need a Deadly Aquarium, I could find other fabric. Mm-hmm. But part of why I want to quit it is that like I was doing it for him. I started it, then I got inspired to do my own cross stitch book of like Game of Thrones inspired stuff right when I needed to start that right away because the show was coming out. And then so this kind of got put down and I just never picked it up again. And then I just watched Marissa from Encosta Creations diligently finish it. And then I've watched other people like Tara from Wilderness Women Crafts diligently finish it. And it seems like so much stitching.
It's large.
And if I'm going to do that much stitching, I don't think it can be a gift stitch. Even for the love of my, one of the 2 most important people in the world to me.
Well, it's hard when you know he's probably going to change his mind.
Yeah.
And he'll have times he likes it and times he doesn't.
And I am going to do Dino's Garden. He's not going to get nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm doing Moonface Bell Pull kind of inspired by his love of the moon, even though he does not like that piece. But this piece, I feel no inspiration to get back into it. It was holding like 40 DMC flosses. So those are out of the kit. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, if we circle back and he needs it, then we'll do it. But this is not enough stitching for me to keep this in my whip pile when there's no plans on moving forward at all. And it's not a piece that I would work on for me. Mm-hmm. Even though I loved watching other people stitch it. Just like the aviary, I don't know if you know right now, the one is like the amazing, it's a bird one. And it's really beautiful to watch. But it's more backstitch heavy than I would ever personally choose to do. Like, I don't even like, I don't like doing any backs.
I don't, but I like the look of it, so I do it.
So I was doing this on 32 count hemp from Jackson Fiber Arts. They don't sell hemp anymore. It's now linen. I liked stitching on the hemp, so I'm definitely going to keep this in stash, but it will go into my fabric box. So goodbye, Deadly Aquarium. I don't know if the new Notions template, because I have the Notions template from like the day she released it, but I don't have like any of the updates. So I don't know if there's like a UFO category or whatever now in there, and I'm kind of afraid to update mine if it's gonna delete some of my changes. But I did, so I just went in and added a UFO and a restart category to literally physically move them out of my whip list, and that felt so good too.
Good.
All right, the next one.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what this is even?
No. Do you?
Yes, I do.
That's crazy.
So this is Frosted Pumpkin Cottage by the Witchy Stitcher.
Okay, cool.
I bought this pattern because I liked it, but it was very early when I was stitching, and I did not realize it was 12,000 stitches. And I have already finished a beautiful Witchy Stitcher piece. I have 2 whips from the Witchy Stitcher. And I like this pattern a lot, but I don't like it enough to stitch it 12,000 stitches. And I started on Witchy Stitcher Day, which was a day to celebrate her as a designer because she had cancer, and it was a way to like raise money and get people excited about spinning her patterns and spending money on her patterns and stitching her patterns. Mm-hmm. But I have other ones I like better, and I watched Crafty Gamey Jamie work on this, and I'm watching Andrew, like she worked on the Christmas version, and Andrew the Runner Stitcher I think is also working on the Christmas version. And so I'm just living through those experiences, but I don't want to stitch 12,000 stitches on this.
Okay.
I actually like the fabric that I picked. It's 14 count, like
I love
oatmeal.
This. Is it that Fiddler's?
Mm-hmm. No, it's oatmeal.
Okay.
My Baba Yaga from the Witchy Stitcher is also on this fabric. So, but also my Baba Yaga got taken and put on my murder wall. So now they're not going to like, these two wouldn't sit side by side.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep the fabric. I like it at some,
Yeah. That'll be easy.
Yeah. But I have not been one time called to this, whereas I've worked on both of my other Witchy Stitcher whips since then. And the money went to a really good cause at a time when it was really needed. So I don't have to feel bad at all that I'm not going to continue to stitch it.
Right.
All right. Allison's cat is in one of my bags.
She's like, oh, she's back. It smells like good. Okay. Ta-da!
So this is the Garden of Zigg. This was a secret sale hosted by the Hathaway Stitchers.
I love the colors you chose, though.
I love the colors I chose.
Those.
This is on 40 count Into the Veil by Bestitch Me, which is the called for. I don't think a 40 count's called for, but it is the call for the Sprouting Lupine Nature series that's in Just Cross Stitch this year. It's really beautiful. I don't want to stitch this anymore. The sale's over. We did our reveal. I showed my color palette, and I don't want to do it. And I thought, okay, well, I'll just finish this row. I don't want to do that. I'm literally going to frog this out and then FFO it. I'm done. I'm done. I have not one time since the sale been called to pull this out. I don't like stitching on 40 count. I have a really hard time seeing it. And after going to StitchCon and seeing how much people either can just stitch it and it's not a problem, or all the accoutrement and accessories they make to make it possible, I cannot see it, and I don't like the accessories. Putting things over my glasses gives me a headache. I will at some point work harder on like stitching tiny stitches when it matters, but it does not matter for this.
Yeah.
So we're done. I loved it. I loved participating in the sale. It was a great way to connect with people.
Yeah.
It's part of why I became friends with like Jen from Jen's Fiberweb and Amity and Aaron, and it's how we met Laura from Stitching by the Shore. There are so many wonderful things I got out of this sale. Mm-hmm. And this tiny little thing, when it's FFO'd, will be a great reminder of that. Mm-hmm. And I don't need the rest of it.
That works.
And I'll have a lot of leftover fabric if I do decide I want to do anything else.
Yeah, and it's pretty.
And those flosses can go back in the box and not be on holes.
Yeah. That's a beautiful little FFO.
It will be so beautiful. But it was really funny to be like, do I want to finish this flower? I don't. I'm done. Let's just frog it, frame it, or whatever. Call it a day. I don't actually know how I'm going to FFO it because I don't even know what size this would be. But
small.
Yeah. Maybe I'll turn it into a pillow or something.
Oh, that'd be cute.
So that will be in the state fair because this is done. It's a finish. Okay.
Hi, Benji.
This next one. I love this designer, and I actually really like this piece, but I made a poor decision and I don't want to restart it. So this is, I think it's called like the Water Lily Dragon or something by Jet X Stitch. It's a freebie. I started it because of...
Which way does it go?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So I started it for Annie from XO Needle in the Hay XO's Jet X birthday sale.
I hate that.
And this was a freebie, and I was like trying to be like monetarily smart or whatever. And so I think this is Lunar. It's either Gray Magic or Lunar by Stitch Me. I have both and I can't remember which one's darker. I think the gray totally muddies the color. The gray is too dark for the color. It's like both too dark or too light. It's like it needs to be, and so the colors don't pop. My stitches were starting to look awful. I only spent one night on this, and I picked this one because I wanted to do it for my daughter because I thought she'd think it's cute. But I don't know if she will think it's cute. Like, I think I'm working on other projects for her that are bigger, they'll take longer. And if I want to stitch her up something tiny, I think
Pick something just for her.
Pick something really tiny, right? So I don't want to restart this. And I have other Jet X Stitch projects. She's an amazing designer. It's not the design, it's literally my choices, but I just don't need it. I have another Jet X as a whip that I love. I have other things for my daughter that I love. I have other things for Annie's birthday sale that I love, and I don't need this.
Sounds good.
So I only stitched on it for one night. Okay, this is very similar.
I love this color.
I know. This is Southern Seas Beauty by Alforest Embroidery. This is on 32 count Fiberlicious Yummies fiber fabric. This is the first piece of linen I ever bought myself. I started this piece for my son, and it's another like oceany piece, and I thought he would like it, and I don't think he wouldn't like it, but I just don't think he would like it enough to. And this is only like 6,000 stitches, but I have lots of Alforest whips. I have other whips for him. I've never pulled it out once since the day that I started it in 2024, January 2024. I just don't need it hanging over my head. I don't need to have all these beautiful Alforest flosses.
Yeah. And you can use this. It's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and that will take 10 minutes to flop. Like, that fabric is so pretty. Yeah. It will just be a pretty piece of fabric in my box for when I pick a Mira or something. But it doesn't, I have not been called to work on this. And I have done other pieces for my son in the meantime. So it means something that, like, you know, I love Alforest. I didn't buy the thread pack for it. I was just pulling Alforest and other like stuff from my like leftovers and things from my stash. So the only amount of money I will have wasted on it was like $6 pattern. I think it was like $6 or $7 digital pattern. So no harm, no foul. I didn't spend any time on it. I didn't really spend any money on it. But I don't.
It's time to retire.
Bye. Bye-bye. And the fabric is like,
it's gorgeous.
Really pretty.
Yeah, it's really gorgeous.
All right. Last one. And I should have done this one first because I think it would have set the tone. Yeah, for this a little bit better in terms of like, it's really not the pieces. It's really just where I am in my life. Yeah. Because I am the designer of this piece and I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, that's fine.
So this is.
That's not bad.
I don't remember what I called this. I'll show a picture of it. This is of my favorite city in the world is Istanbul. This is my favorite photograph I've taken in Istanbul. So like, I want this eventually on my wall, but I'm going to rechart it. I don't want to restart it on. So I started it on this 14 count Ada. It's 60,000 stitches. It was going to be huge. And I'm stuck in this purple area that I'm not enjoying. I've learned so much more about charting photographs since I created this. Yeah. I want to rechart it. I want to change some of the colors. I want to control some of the colors better. When I do start it, I want to start it on 16 count gridded Ada or 18 count gridded Ada. Yeah. Like I know I could make it really tiny and do it 1/1 on like 28 count. I don't want to do that, but I would like it on a gridded smaller Ada. But also I want to manipulate the photograph and the pattern much better before I spend any more time on it. So I started this September for Lauren, the New Hampshire Stitchers, BAP to school sal, her big ass project sal, and that was really fun. But
you guys doing that again this year?
She had a baby.
Congratulations.
And she was like gone for a long time because you know how when I had Molly I couldn't see. Yeah. So some people when they like different things. So she had some things where she couldn't stitch. Yeah. Different than with the things that I had. It's in her video. You can go check it out. So she didn't get to stitch for a while. She's back to stitching. She came back and did a video. But she also has a newborn, and you know how it's just so
chaos.
It's not when you have a newborn, you get a lot of stitching done until the day that you get no stitching done
and no sleep.
Yeah. So I hope she does do it again. I'll probably pick something from someone else so that if I want a UFO, I won't feel so bad.
Yeah.
Plus, I also stopped showing like my own models and things. I stopped showing them as
I actually
whips.
have a bat that I want to start. So let me know.
Okay.
I need an excuse to start.
Oh, I was thinking it was just September, but it's already June the next year. So I don't know if we're doing back to school, Lauren. I think I got projects I definitely could pull out for that. Not this one. Not this one. This one's going away. So again, I'm the designer. I love the picture. The picture is literally my favorite image in the entire world, in the history of the world. And I don't want to stitch it because there's just things about the way that it is. It just makes me not want to stitch it. So I'm going to make changes to it. And in the future, I will figure it out. But it's gone.
I wish I had UFO'd one that I finished.
The cat.
Yep. I did it, Frankie. I did Frankie. You can't see him at all. But I did the whole thing, and I wish I had stopped halfway through when I knew I can't see anything.
Yeah.
So, bravo for you.
So, I feel bad, but I also don't feel bad.
Yeah.
I did spend a lot of time. This floss pack is huge, just like 60 colors. So, putting those, I have 3 project bags full of the floss that I pulled out of these and all of my other whips that I'm not going to work on in the next 3 to 4 months so that I could get them into my master set. And, also, you know, I have this much Ada now to play around with to dye for little smalls and things.
Oh, that'd be fun.
But I don't know. Also, what was this? It's probably coffee or Diet Coke.
Looks like Diet Coke.
It's got to be Diet Coke.
It has to be Diet Coke.
All right. So, I do have other projects that I am planning on restarting. I have moved them fully out of my whip list. So, I'm not considering them whips. When I restart them, I won't consider them starts either. But the restarts are just going to be their own category. But I didn't show them in the whip parade. And I'm not going to show you today. They literally are just like moved back because they need to be reworked into, and some of them need different things because some of the restarts are because I want different materials to stitch them on or whatever. So
how many do you have?
7. So I had 7 UFOs and 7 restarts, and then I took one of my UFOs out.
Cool.
So, yeah.
That's not bad.
I don't think so. I mean, you know, percentage wise.
No, it's not, because I have ones that I should restart and I'm not going to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have that too. But like, I have I'm restarting both my Hakron Hollows.
Both of them?
Yeah,
Why?
because I started them both on 40 count, and I don't want
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
makes sense.
I have 28 count of the call for one of them, but now I'm like, should I just start it on 20 count Ada? 20 count Ada.
I'm a 20 count Ada person.
Easier to see. Like, do I want a Hakron Hollow? But also, like, I saw somebody doing, I think it was Ali Z's doing Halloween at Hakron Hollow on 32 count, and I saw that, and it's big, but it's not like
huge. The
biggest, and it's the call for color, and I will love it. But anyway, so I got to think about some things before I restart them, but I'm not quitting them. But they've literally been, or like my Teresa Kogut Come to the Garden with the sulky conversion. I never restarted that, so I literally just moved it. Like next year, I need to put it on the calendar to restart, but I don't want to restart it right now. So
makes sense.
All right, so that's what I'm quitting and why. And if you're quitting anything, and you feel guilty about it, or you feel like you can't talk about it, it's almost never the designer. It's almost never that those materials wouldn't be good for something else. It's just like you're in a weird place. You picked it for a weird reason. You got out of what you need to get out of it, and it no longer serves you. It's not a mistake that all of these served me when I started them. They just won't serve me anymore. So I don't feel bad that I started any of them.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do them anymore.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Sounds good.
Well, if you didn't check out our whip parade, check out our whip parade. Other fun extras. Oh, I've seen an uptick in people watching our summer freebies pattern video from last year.
Great.
Makes sense. It's summer. I will link that below if you didn't check that out last year, because we've had more people in our universe since then. If you haven't checked out the primitive needle interview, I thought that was good. I did a whole StitchCon vlog and recap if you're interested in retreat stuff. And hopefully by the time you see this, my like real StitchCon budget video and how much it costs how to budget and plan for retreat spending.
Yeah, I bet that'll be really interesting.
I'm filming it tomorrow, so we're gonna find. I haven't added the total up, but we'll find out.
I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm interested.
I just want to see how this is going.
I did have a friend text me and say, like, I just spent a whole lot of money on 1, 2, 3 Stitch, which is cheaper than going to StitchCon. And I was like,
probably.
Yeah, probably. But it's totally different anyway. So if you haven't checked out any of those extras, I will link those below. Be nice to Allison so she comes back more. All right. Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye.